And good evening and welcome to Edinburgh. We're at the southern tip of Texas to bring you exciting USL Championship soccer. Tonight, the Rio Grande Valley Toros have a duel with Sacramento Republic. Glad to have you here with us. I'm Mark May with Brian Smith coming to you from beautiful HEB Park. They have a car show going on, so both teams going to need to rev up their engines tonight right here on ESPN+. Brian, who do you see as our players to watch here tonight?
Beginning with the Sacramento Republic, take a look at that gentleman right there, Russell Cicerone. But nothing short of spectacular all season long. Leads the Republic with 39 shots on target. He's fifth in the USL in total shots with 61. Currently in the top 10, eighth in the USL with 13 goals. When he gets hot, this Sacramento team is difficult to compete with. On the other side for the Toros of Rio Grande Valley, it's Taylor the Creator. He has been phenomenal in getting this offense started all season long for Rio Grande Valley. Leads the team in goals and assists, 6 goals, 5 assists. He's third in the USL, though, in chances created. 63 chances created for that young man right there. As he continues to heat up, these Toros have been very, very tough to beat down the last stretch.
Toros do come in unbeaten in their last 4, and they will need a victory tonight to stay alive in the playoff chase. They are on the outside looking in at kickoff here tonight. Sacramento, meanwhile, in first place in Group West. It'll be a tall order for the Toros. We'll check out the starting lineups in just a moment. Right now, you're watching USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
At HEB, we're inspired by Mexico. The colors, the flavors, and aromas. And we want to share them with you. So we created the HEB Mi Tienda family of products with authentic Mexican flavors. From savory marinated meats, frijoles and queso, to tamales, soft drinks, and more. HEB Mi Tienda brings you the traditional flavors you love. One more reason here, everything's better.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. At Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion.
Espinos Tires on FAR 83 has been serving the Valley for over 30 years. We offer a wide assortment of tires, wheels, and auto parts. Let us build your dream vehicle with only $49 down. No credit required.
Did you know when you bank with Lone Star National Bank, you're investing in your community? By creating jobs that stimulate our local economy, creating success that we share with our community. In fact, Lone Star National Bank donates more money and more volunteers to more causes than all other area banks combined. We do what the little banks can't, and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And we're back here at HEB Park, just moments away from kickoff. And Brian, take us through our starting lineup tonight.
Getting with the visiting Sacramento Republic. No big surprises here. Vitiello is the keeper. 4 defenders there is Wheat, Donovan, Timmer, and Gurr. The 3 midfielders, Ross, Felipe, and Herrera. 2 forwards in this one, Keko and Russell Cicerone. On the other side for the Toros of Rio Grande Valley, slight change to the lineup here for the Toros. They come out looking for a big victory here at home. In goal will be Tyler Derrick. 5 defenders, Ricketts, Nodarce, Cabezas, Knapp, and Moniz. Then the three midfielders, David Luis Pinzon, and look for the offense to feed through these 2 strikers, Francois and Lopez. I'll tell you what these lineups look like. Now what they needed to be successful here are your keys to the match for Rio Grande Valley. There's no looking back right now. You've got to capitalize. You've got to score. Points are critical. A draw here, and the Toros' chances begin to dwindle quite quickly. So look for them to strike quick, strike early, and try to take control of this match from the opening moments. On the other side for Sacramento Republic, no free shots, no easy opportunities, no open lanes. Look for the Republic to cover every single blade of grass on this pitch and make it difficult for Rio Grande Valley to find any comfort in their attack. The way Republic has played all season long, this is a Sacramento team that can dominate for 90 minutes. That's what they need to do here tonight to ensure that they find themselves sitting atop the West as we go into Sunday morning.
There you see Michael Knapp, the midfielder who's going to be starting his 4th game with the Toros here tonight. There's Ricky Ruiz right there. The Toros wearing the orange and black, appropriate as we are in October, Halloween month. And you can see Sacramento there on the left wearing their all-black kits here tonight. Last time these two teams met was July 1st. That was in Sacramento. It was a 1-1 draw with Taylor Davila netting a tying goal in the 96th minute out west to preserve or grab a point for the Toros. Nick Ross had found the back of the net for Sacramento. In Sacramento, you were talking about how they're going to cover all blades of grass here. They're one of the stingiest teams, or the stingiest teams in the league. They've only given up 24 goals. They're ranked number 1 in terms of fewest goals allowed in the USL Championship. So this is a difficult team to score on. There you see referee Luis Diego Arroyo blowing his whistle. And we are underway here at HEB Park. A must-win match here for the Rio Grande Valley Toros. Been playing well as of late. We mentioned a 4-game unbeaten streak coming in, but unfortunately, Brian, they've needed more victories, not draws, right?
Yeah, they had an opportunity to really make some noise against Hartford, one of the lower-seeded teams in the East, but only come away with that 2-2 draw. Those 3 points could have put them in a much stronger position for a playoff push coming into this one. Now they've got to match up with the strongest team in the West in Sacramento and hope to come away with some big points here to keep themselves in that hunt. Right now the Toros find themselves just outside looking in. 3 points here tonight, and then a matchup with Loudon, who's on the lower side of the East as well, could give them just enough push to find themselves in the playoffs once again.
You saw Cicerone a moment ago try to make a bent toward the penalty area for the Toros. He was pushed off the ball. Now Sacramento Republic trying to regain the attack here. And Sacramento Republic, they on the opposite side of the spectrum, they are number 1 in the Western Conference, and can even clinch the 1 seed here tonight. If they pull off a victory here and San Antonio FC loses later this evening, they're playing at Orange County, or even a draw out there would give Sacramento the 1 seed. Here's Nodarce breaking this up just as Sacramento was moving in. Nodarce breaking that up, and Tyler Derrick in goal, able to scoop it up.
As you mentioned, Mark, the Toros' path to the playoffs requires them to get wins, but it also requires some help elsewhere across the western side. Think about this, though. The Toros have to win tonight to keep themselves in the playoff picture. They find themselves currently in 11th, but teams 8, 9, and 10 are also in action. Oakland's at San Diego, New Mexico is in Phoenix, Monterey Bay is in Birmingham. So the Toros need to pick up points, and they need everyone else above them in the West to struggle to put the Toros in a prime position for another trip to the USL Championship playoffs.
Got our first whistle of the game. I think Frank Lopez shaken up there a bit. It's going to be a free kick here for Rio Grande Valley.
Lopez has been one of the hottest feet for Rio Grande Valley over the last couple of matches. 4 goals on the year and 2 assists. He had a really slow start to the year trying to shake off some injuries to get himself back into a playing position here for Rio Grande Valley. He was one of their hottest feet at the end of the season last year. Feeling that role again here for Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, he got in a tussle there with Connor Donovan, the captain for Sacramento. It caused the shake-up. Back to live action now. Yeah, Frank Lopez just recently had 2 game winners against Birmingham on September 17th and against Indy 11 on September 24th. Those were both 1-0 Toro victories, and Lopez providing the difference in both of them. So he's definitely a man who can make his presence felt out there on the pitch.
But worth mentioning, this is a Toros team that under Wilmer Cabrera has continued to find ways to put themselves in the playoff. It took into the final game last season, that last match, is what finally put them in the playoffs again, and they may be looking to do the exact same thing here in 2023, play their best soccer down the stretch to claw their way into the USL Championship playoff picture.
Long pass ahead intended for Cicerone, and it's going to be intercepted by Derek. And the Toros goal. Derek recently just turned 35. He's out of Houston. 72 saves this year. That has him ranked 10th in the entire league. Also his 8 clean sheets is 10th. He's had an excellent year. In fact, and also just in his last game, picked up his career save number 200. Congratulations to him. He picked that up in Hartford on Wednesday night. So nearly 4 minutes complete here. So far, Sacramento has had a couple of chances. Toros still looking to build on one. And it brings up an interesting question here, Brian. The Toros are a team that feel more comfortable with possession being foremost with the other team and them trying to do the counter. But how do you do that when you're the one that needs the goal? So here's a long pass here that intercepted by Sacramento's defense. They're able to kick that clear.
I think if you're Rio Grande Valley, at this point, you just want scoring opportunities. You don't care if you're building it off the counter. You don't care if you're the one standing over the ball. And for a Wilma Cabrera coach team, you may recall very early on in his tenure here with Rio Grande Valley, the team was built around the ability to control the ball. Ball control, melting clock, putting yourselves in a position to be the aggressor. This latest iteration of the Toros tends to be a little more reactive. That's where they found their success. But tonight is not a night to be reactive. You have to control your destiny, grab the bull by the horns to chase your way into the playoff picture.
Indeed, you saw an opportunity there. Frank Lopez unable to get control. Sacramento's defense was able to clear it away. Toros on the build-up once again here. This is Ruiz from Lake Elsinore, California. Second year with the Toros. Gets it back from Francois on the left wing, and they'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot attempt on goal, and it's just hitting the side netting. Had a collision there between a Toro and the keeper. Vitiello. I think they're calling a foul on the Toros here. That was Lopez who was there trying to deflect that into the net. There's another look.
Not a bad job here. You see that ball dropped in really nicely. Lopez was already kind of going to ground. He was trying to make a play on that ball before Vitiello comes in to try to challenge it. You have to give Lopez the foul there. You have to protect the keeper, but I don't think you can really say that Lopez was trying to generate contact. He was making a play on the ball. Vitiello's behind him. He doesn't even see what's occurring. But nice to see Vitiello back to his feet. He'll continue to do what he does oh so well in net for the Republic.
Yeah, we had mentioned Tyler Derrick with 8 clean sheets, but Vitiello has 10 clean sheets. He's third in the entire USL Championship. So 2 quality keepers in net for both teams here this evening. We're going to send this one back to Vitiello. This is a bouncer. A little bit of trouble there, but he's able to clear that cleanly. And the Toros will start the attack again. What's more, is a little bit more desperation for the Toros, who need a win tonight. And here we've got a foul call. This is going to be against the Toros, a free kick for Sacramento.
It's a little bit too physical there for Christian Pinzon. Tries to slip around the defender and poke that one through. Quite a bit of contact with the ankle and shin. That will draw the foul.
See, Luis Felipe makes a pass over to the right side. Now it'll go down to Jack Gurr. Gurr trying to center it. Goes off of Ruiz. Another opportunity there. And it goes all the way through. Is deflected clear by the Toros. Sent through by Keko, who's out of Spain. Crossed that one, but no one there for Sacramento.
Another foul here on Rio Grande Valley. As Francois, very, very aggressive there with Timmer, trying to battle through the body to take that possession away. Timmer does a nice job of keeping his center of gravity low, using his hips to push back, and ends up drawing the foul.
Sacramento comes in, a formidable team. We talked about how they're number 1 in terms of goals allowed. They're 7th in goals scored with 47. Here is a Gurr, and this is deflected and saved by Tyler Derrick. Deflected in front. They had about 3 players crashing to the net, and Derrick able to keep his eye on the ball there.
And Moniz gets drugged down there. That is going to earn a card. That's a beautiful call to be made here, and the correct call there. Moniz did a spectacular job of getting to that ball, getting control, and trying to break away. See the defender, to keep up with him, has to grab him by the kit and pull him down.
Yeah, good job by Moniz from Illinois, and is on loan from the Chicago Fire of MLS. Making his fourth start since he came over to the Toros, his fifth game played overall. Ninth minute here at HEB Park. Toros beginning the night in 11th place. Top 8 make the playoffs. So they've got to leapfrog some teams. They need 3 points tonight and most likely 3 points next week against Loudoun United. Both those games will be here at home, where the Toros have played very well as of late. In their last 7 games, they are 5 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw here at HEB Park. After a slow start at home to begin the year, in their first 8 matches, no wins, 3 losses and 5 draws. So have really turned that around. Here's a long pass from Nadarce to Lopez, breaking in, a shot, and it's a goal! Toros in front 1-0 here in the 10th minute of play. And that's exactly what the Toros wanted, is to grab the early lead here at HEB Park.
You got to take advantage of every opportunity available to you. We said Sacramento had to cover every blade of grass. No easy opportunities. Rio Grande Valley took advantage of a little bit of over-aggression in pursuit by Sacramento, gave them a spot to take a strike, and look at this placement.
It's Nadarce with a brilliant pass.
Just over the top of Donovan, and then look at Frank Lopez. Uses that little bit of space he's got and a little bit of trickery off the inside of that foot to put it over the shoulder of Vitiello and into the back of the net. Rio Grande Valley, Bulls on parade now, up 1-0.
Yeah, no, so a nice assist by Nadarce, and for Lopez, his 5th goal of the season. And he's been red hot, as you had pointed out, with 3 goals in his last 5 matches now. So Toros on top, 1-0, and Sacramento back on the attack now. Republic team, not an easy team to score on. So Toros with the throw in now. Sacramento in their last game, that was last Sunday, Gecko and Luther Archimed found the back of the net as the Republic shut out the Las Vegas Lights 2-0. Trying to get on the board here as a centering pass is headed out by Ricketts, and the Toros will begin the counterattack. Las Vegas Lights, the only team that's been eliminated from playoff contention, by the way. 6 spots are taken in the West, and then there's 5 teams still alive for the last 2 spots, including the Toros out here. Sacramento, of course, is already clinched. They're going to be no worse than the 2 seed and could even end up as the number 1 seed if things fall their way this evening. Which brings up an interesting dynamic, Brian. If the Toros do somehow get in, they'll likely be the 8th seed. They might likely face Sacramento once again in that first round.
And a team that they've matched up with well in the year. We spoke about earlier on, these 2 teams met back in July. That ended up being a 1-1 draw after some late-minute theatrics from Taylor Davila. The Toros again showing some theatrics here early. They could be heading into a playoff spot against a team that they've played quite well across the regular season.
Davila's had a knack for that, hasn't he, with those late-game heroics?
It seems like anytime the Toros needed something late, something quick, it's been Davila. Had it against Sacramento, did the same thing against Colorado Springs earlier this month. Just a phenomenal, phenomenal performance. When the Toros need something to happen, it seems like Taylor Davila just takes that mantle on his shoulders and says, I can do it when we need it.
In fact, that goal against Colorado Springs, came in practically the last kick of the game from well outside the area, about 30 yards out, and is up for goal of the week this week. And in fact, the Sacramento keeper, Vitiello, is up for a save of the week, for a save he made in that 2-0 win over Las Vegas. Here we see Pinzon's going to send this one back to Nadarce. Nadarce is from Havana, Cuba. And it'll go all the way back to Cabezas. Cabezas out of Colombia. 11 games in action in the USL Championship this evening. A lot of them with playoff implications, or certainly seeding implications. Also, one game tomorrow that the Toros will certainly be following. Monterey Bay will be playing at Birmingham. Birmingham a chance to improve their position in the Eastern standings. Of course, Monterey Bay is one of those teams vying for one of those last 2 playoff spots. This is Francois. Francois out of Haiti. It goes down to Akwe now. Akwe slips and falls as he tries to pass this back to Ricketts. Has to chase after it. Sacramento beginning to apply a little defensive pressure here. Could be a free kick here, nearly at midfield for the Republic. Back to Vidiello and his goal. Vidiello out of New York, 27 years old. And here now is going to be another free kick here for Sacramento Republic. This will be the 3rd foul on the Toros.
A little too physical there from Moniz.
As far as fouls go, these teams are just about even, both averaging between 13 and 14 fouls a game. In terms of yellow cards, which we've seen one already, they're also both about the same. 74 for Sacramento coming in, 70 for the Toros coming in. Nice move there by Nadarce. And Ruiz will send it deep, trying to get it to the speedy Francois. Getting there first was Jack Gurr, 27-year-old defender out of England. And that ball goes out to be a goal kick here for the Republic.
Look at the pressure here from Rio Grande Valley. They've got bodies forward immediately when that goal kick is going to occur. They are aggressive right now, not even allowing Sacramento time to just kind of dilly-dally with the ball across the back. The moment that ball's in play, there is going to be an orange kit breathing on top of it.
Yeah, I like the way that they're continuing to stay aggressive. You know, some teams might settle back, okay, we've got the lead, and let's try to hold on to it. But there's just so much time left. I think they are better off continuing to stay aggressive.
Toros have had a couple matches this year where perhaps they got a little bit too much into a prevent defense kind of scenario and allowed an opponent to sneak back up and take points away from them. Toros cannot allow that to happen here. The month of October needs to be the month of Rio Grande Valley if they want to find themselves in the playoffs.
This is chipped forward, then a centering pass by Pinzon. Francois couldn't chase after it because he was in an offside position. An opportunity there for the Toros is thwarted. Sacramento back on the move now. Jack Gurr will center this one. Got it to Juan Sebastian Herrera. And then all the way back to their back line. And you can see the Toros continuing to apply that pressure, forcing Sacramento into quick passing. Here's Timmer. Now Gurr has to one-touch this forward into space. Nobody there. It'll trickle out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for Rio Grande Valley. Sacramento coming in on 58 points, as we said. That's first place in the West, 3 points ahead of San Antonio FC. San Antonio FC will kick off in about another 90 minutes or so. They're at Orange County this evening. This is Rodriguez sending this one forward. Now it's played back. Here's Cicerone. Cicerone with 13 goals this year, 8th in the USL. Quickly passes this off, moves forward into space. Pinzon able to get the steal here, and back come the Rio Grande Valley Toros. Actually, it was Moniz who got that steal a moment ago. And here's Sacramento back on the move. Pushes this one through. Derek coming after it and is able to get there just in time. Cicerone was closing in. And Derek reading that one well, realizing he couldn't afford to wait for that one. He had Cicerone, probably could see him just barely maybe with his peripheral vision. Toro stretching out the field horizontally now. Trying to open up some seams. Cabezas. Oh, and it's still here for Sacramento. An opportunity now. Cicerone. The two markers on him is dispossessed. That was Ricketts and Davila combining on that one. Now Penzon loses control. And back comes the Republic. We had mentioned how the Toros have been doing very well at home as of late. Sacramento's done very well as of late on the road. They're unbeaten in 5 of their last 7. 4 wins, a draw, and a couple of losses. Here's a through ball. It's going to go to Gurr, but he won't be able to get to it in time. It'll go out for a harmless goal kick for Rio Grande Valley. 20 minutes in, 1-0 Toros on the strength of a Frank Lopez goal back in the 10th minute.
That could be a matchup to watch right there as this one continues. Can Keko find Gurr on this near side coming down? They've tried to challenge that a couple of times. Doing so, they're going to line up against Nodarse, who is a long and lean defender at 6'2", 163. Not going to be able to probably win that battle from an aerial standpoint if you're Gurr at 5'8". And get that ball over the top of Nodarse and get Gurr into an attacking position. That could be a premium opportunity for Sacramento on the evening.
And here's Keko going to take this free kick here. One man, Moniz in front. Keko's 31 years old, out of Spain. And says he's going to square this one over. Now a shot toward the net, right to Derek. It was a shot by Nick Ross. And then Derek collides and loses control for a moment. There's a referee's whistle, so there's no goal there. And we've got a Sacramento player shaken up. That was the first shot of the game for Sacramento just a moment ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome to the Toros family and
looks like Juan Herrera was shaken up, and there's the replay.
See, Ross does a nice job of just trying to put this down. Tyler Jarrett gets it. He comes out. He's trying to find a position to take a kick loose from here. But you see Herrera just steps into it, actually puts a shoulder to the ball right as Tyler Derrick lobs it up for the kick. He gets the full brunt force of a Tyler Derrick leg swing right to the midsection.
Yeah. And what's the rule on that? I think my understanding is an offensive player can kind of stand his ground, but he can't be constantly moving, trying to get in the way. Is that correct?
Yeah, if he establishes positioning, the keeper comes into him, it's one thing. But you have to kind of think about the keeper as having a halo around them. He can't be within his halo once he has the ball in his hand. So once Tyler Derrick had it, he's essentially has just this cone around him that you cannot be within. Kind of a heads-up play there for Derrick as he saw Herrera closing in on him. He quickly puts that ball in the air and now creates this halo, this circle around him that's his protected. So when contact comes, it's always going to come against Herrera rather than him.
A smart veteran move there. Here's Cabezas. Tried to get that to Knapp. It was too far. But Cabezas intercepts the missed shot there, or the missed pass. Here's Davila now. We mentioned Davila with just 3rd in the league in chances created. Came in with 63. And here's a chance for Sacramento. Here's Keko up against Nodarse. Running to the touchline. Will chip this one to the left. A header, a save made by Derrick, and then it's cleared clear. Wow. A point-blank save by Derrick off his shin. And then the defense quickly clears it away. We've got a man down in front of the Toros net. And now there's a stoppage.
I think that's Herrera again.
That might be the same leg as a moment ago.
Well, Beck and the trainer got to take a look at him. Take another look at this build-up here, though. Ooh. And Ed is getting it high. He's getting it low. He's getting the worst of it all the way around.
Cleared out by Ricketts after it ricocheted off the knee of Derek. But yeah, we saw that as Edetta was able to jump up, get a header on net off Keko's feed. That collided with the Toro player, caught a shot in the face and also the leg.
There's another angle on that attack. Keko puts it up pretty nicely here. Edetta gets the head and then gets a little gentle touch from Cabezas on the top side of the box there. Some forearm shoulder action right to the dome. But it looks like that's not Edetta's biggest concern. He's looking at that left quad, the one that Tyler Derrick unloaded on. That's where he's feeling the burn right now.
Yeah, he's got pain on both ends of his body there. Left leg and his head. Of course, the player's taking an opportunity to get some water, get hydrated.
It's a beautiful night for soccer here in Edinburgh. We've been dealing with 100-plus degree temperatures for what felt like 3 or 4 months now. And a nice little cold front, if you want to call it that, seep in on Thursday evening. Game time temperature was 79 at opening kick this evening.
Yeah, very tremendous cool weather here for soccer here in South Texas. Where you're right, it's been mostly triple digits for most of the summer. Finally in October, we've got some cool weather coming in. It looks like Edetta is going to be okay. Is he coming off the pitch for a moment? Going to have a drop ball here at midfield. Toro's up 1-0. 10th minute goal by Frank Lopez off a feed from Frank Nadarce. Those are the two Cubans on the team teaming up for that goal. Yeah, Lopez is his 4th goal of the year. I'm sorry, his 5th goal of the year. Sacramento Republic, by the way, debuted back in 2014. They've been quite successful. They've made the playoffs 9 of 10 years, including this year. They were the 2014 USL Championship winners, in fact. And look like I'm sure they feel they have a very good team, very good chance to make a deep run this year. This team has also done well in the U.S. Open Cup as well, as Davila gets an intercept here. Davila's going to feed to the left side. He goes through to Francois, moving in, centers the ball, and then it's cleared away from the foot of Frank Lopez. Sacramento defense holding firm there, just barely, and it was cleared away by Nick Ross, it looks like. It's Sacramento advancing all the way to the U.S. Open Cup final last year, losing, I believe, to Orlando City of MLS. And here's going to be our first corner of the match. It'll be Pinzon to take it. Pinzon, one of the goal scorers in the midweek game against Hartford, that 2-2 draw. Here's the kick from Pinzon, and it's headed up in the air by the Sacramento defense, just outside the area. Now a Toro player has gone down. Play continues as Sacramento's on the break. Kind of a free kick awarded here. Cicerone saying that should have been a card. He collided with Ricky Ruiz. Now they'll go check back on the injured Toro.
It's Moniz. Got a little head-to-head contact there as he was trying to work his way in for a clearance off of his head.
Yeah, he and another player were both going up for the ball. Had a hard collision there just outside the penalty area for Sacramento. Cicerone still jawing a little bit, thinking that should have been a yellow card.
Moniz back to his feet quickly. That's a good sign.
Here we see a shot of Jack Gurr, 27-year-old defender. Second in the USL in terms of crosses. We've seen him with a good cross. We've seen Gecko with a couple of good crosses as well early on here. Sacramento's had most of their attacks have been along the right side of the Toros penalty box. We're back in action now, just past the halfway point of the first half. 1-0 our score. Toros in the more desperate situation of these two teams with only 2 games left in the regular season. Here's Gurr. Centers this one. It goes right to the foot of Keko, and then it's kicked away from him by Nadarse. I think we're going to have a free kick here as well as Nadarse is shaken up.
I believe that's Cicerone that's actually called for the foul here. He puts his hands up. Cicerone turns to the official and says, well, what am I supposed to do? We'll take a look at the replay here. This attack is coming in. Darce gets there just a second before, and you see Cicerone pulls that leg up, gives him a little love tap to the thigh. That's where the foul comes from.
Keko was also one of those arguing the call there, but a free kick here for the Toros. A lot of pressure here applied by Sacramento. Play continues there as Keko ends up with the ball, and Sacramento will start a build-up. Treating here is Jared Timmer out of Hudsonville, Michigan. Back to Keko now, up against Knapp. Centering that ball for Felipe. Felipe lost control and kicked away by Ricketts. Oh, and upended is Moniz. And he's shaken up once more. This might be on Cicerone. Cicerone, a physical player.
Little misplay of the ball there by the Toros allows that one to slip out. It was too high. Ricky Ruiz couldn't get to it.
Yeah, throw in inside. This is Hideta. Was trying to get it to Gurr. Instead, the Toros kick it away. Trying to clear it. Headed back by Timmer. Oh, now just thrown down to the turf. There is Keko. This is going to be a free kick here for Sacramento.
A little too aggressive there for Christian Pinzon for Rio Grande Valley Toros. You can be aggressive, but you can't hook the player and put him on a spin cycle. That'll look right here. You see.
Yep, just
no need for that. You're not going to clear that ball off of Keko in that position. It's his ball.
So here is Gurr, the Englishman. Send this one screaming into the box. It's headed, flicked on by a Toro player. Sacramento will be able to recover it. Actually, I think did they call a foul here?
Must have been a foul because they're going to hand this over to be a goal kick for the Toros.
Saw the ball trickle all the way through to the other side. You see a shot of Michael Knapp there. Made his 4th start here tonight out of Bloomfield, New Jersey. So indeed, it was a offensive foul against Sacramento, and we're back to action now. Here's Ruiz maintaining his balance against Keko. Getting the attack going, now forced to circle back. Toros looking for more. Want to increase that 1-0 lead. Playing with house money at this point. Inside, Pinzon kind of lost the handle there. Took his eye off the ball at the last moment. Sacramento with the steal. And now it's the Republic on the move. Republic averaging about 1.5 goals a game. Long pass is intended for Keko. Can't catch up to it. It'll be a goal kick here for Rio Grande Valley.
It's the right idea, though, for Sacramento. Send that ball deep. Allow Keko to use that speed to really stretch the field. That one put just a little bit too far out. Keko can't run it down. But had that been placed with a little more touch to it, Keko was going to be in a premium position to bend that back and build a nice quick counter there for Sacramento.
By the way, the all-time series between these two, Sacramento leads 5 wins to 2 with 5 draws. Toros have won the majority here at HEB Park, though, with 2 wins, only 1 loss, and 2 draws. .33rd minute now as it's passed back to Derek. He's going to lift this one over to the left side. Heavy first touch there by Ruiz, and Keko's on the spot. Got Gurr in front of him, was trying to slip it forward to Gurr, and it's kicked away. And not sure, did the offside flag come up? It's going to be a goal kick here either way for the Rio Grande Valley. It's Cabezas. Cabezas wearing the captain's armband tonight, as he usually does when he's out there on the pitch. And a free kick awarded here to Rio Grande Valley, picked up by Moniz.
Sanchez a little too aggressive, trying to get under Moniz to challenge on that ball. He's whistled for the foul.
This is Knapp. Knapp forced to get rid of it quick as Ross was closing in on him. Both teams still looking for a goal here. Sacramento wants to even things up before they head to the locker room, and Toros still looking to add to their lead, not wanting to take any chances as they need all three tonight. Ball into the area, knocked away by Timmer. Enzone was trying to slide tackle to grab it back, couldn't quite get to it, and Sacramento on the move again. Gecko, heavy touch. Still able to recover. And Keko on the move now, has numbers forward. Here's Felipe. Felipe lost the handle for a moment. But the Republic still in possession here, looking for that equalizer here in minute 35. Stretching that field as wide as they can. Gecko able to get turned, trying to nutmeg Knapp. Unable to do so. Knapp is able to intercept it.
Toros trying to work the give and go there between Francois and Pinzon. The problem was Francois had a defender kind of cut off his angle, so he couldn't break quickly. So that second touch from Pinzon just does not find the foot of Francois.
The chip by Keko right to the middle. Cicerone able to turn, fire, and score. Wow. 14th goal of the year, and Sacramento has tied it up at 1.
And you couldn't have placed that much better if you're Cicerone. He put that high, tight, and left, ends up deflecting off the upright to find its way in. There was no way Tyler Jarek was going to be able to get up to challenge that. He has to come out to apply a little bit of pressure here. And when he does so, it gives just enough space over the top for Cicerone to chip it. And look at this placement.
Yeah, right off the bar and in.
Can't place it any better than that.
He really didn't have time to pick his spot either. It was just he was doing a 360 little pirouette there and just had to turn and fire, and a perfect placement on his shot.
Get it up and get it in, and that's exactly what he does. 14th goal of the season.
And just 28 years old, out of Michigan. And we've tied the game up at 1 here, 37th minute. It was Keko with the assist. Keko came in with a team-high 7 assists. He's got 8 now. So the Toros now will look to grab the lead back as they're looking to get all 3 points tonight to stay in the playoff race. Entered the night in 11th place with 40 points. Trailing New Mexico, and I think Monterey Bay has 41. New Mexico United has 42. Also, Oakland has 42 points. Cabezas bringing across the half line, trying to draw a defender forward. Little give and go with Davila. And now Ricketts. Ricketts out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Sends it right back to Davila. And he's going to chip it to the left side. They've got some space to work with over there. Rose being very patient here on this build-up. Darce will send it through over to Cabezas again. They'll restart the cycle. Davila had 3 markers all around him. Nowhere really to pass it, so he'll send it back out. Cabezas, long pass. Here's to Francois. Sends it inside. Knapp tried to get it to Davila. And now inside it goes to Pinzon. Francois tried to center it, and it's kicked away by the Sacramento defense. So a chance here for the Republic as Keko sends it deep to the left side. Got Hedetta there. Hedetta is going to shoot and just misses, goes outside. It'll be goal kick.
It's a nice quick counter for Sacramento. Toros tried a couple opportunities to build that one into the box and try to put it into a striking position. Once they end up getting the clearance, you saw how quickly Sacramento got back. They were off to the races. Very crisp passing. Allowed the Republic to put themselves in a nice spot for a quick strike, although that one pushes just a little bit right.
You can see Ruiz a bit shaken up here. Another look at that last shot. Couldn't get the bend that he wanted. And yeah, both of these teams have lived and died by the counter a lot this year. Both came in averaging about 49% on their possession, meaning they generally like the other team to have it and just kind of wait for the opportunities. There you see Lopez, who on the left side of your screen, he had the goal for the Toros earlier this evening, put them up 1-0 before Cicerone a few minutes ago tied it up.
I think we're going to get a substitution here for Ricky Ruiz. So you see he took his shin guards out, rolled his socks down. Indeed, we will. Coming in to replace him is going to be Tomas Retendale, 21-year-old out of Argentina. Look at Retendale there, getting some leaps in to stretch out those legs, get warm.
Yeah, this will be his 24th appearance for the Toros this season. Came out of the USL Academy. That'll be the end of the evening for Ricky Ruiz. We're back to action now in the last 5 minutes of the first half. 1-1 our score. Cabezas with pressure, forced to play it back to Derek. Now Darce will bring it up. Vitondale with his first touch. Get it over to Pinzon. Pinzon kind of bottled up on that left side, and he'll send it out into the middle. Toros will reverse it. Looking for a seam in that Sacramento defense. Haven't been many this year, as we talked about. They're number one in the league in terms of goals allowed, with fewest goals allowed. Knapp trying to get turned, finds Davila now. Davila, the through ball attempt for Ritondale. Heavy touch there, and Sacramento able to gain possession. Gecko able to get turned. Sacramento having trouble getting it out of their own end, with the Toros applying pressure here. Just minutes away from the halftime whistle. Had to play it all the way back to their keeper. Ritondale steps up and intercepts that one, feeds Francois. Chance here brewing for the Toros. Have about 3 minutes left now. Francois going to the end line and is dispossessed, and Sacramento clears it. Knapp heads it to Nadarce. And now here's Davila with the chance. He's trying to get a through ball ahead to Moniz, or rather Lopez. And now here's a chance from up top. Shot blocked in front. Another shot from distance, and a huge save there by the Sacramento keeper. Vitiello comes up big there. A little upset with his defense for allowing that shot. Actually, 2 consecutive shots. One blocked, and then he had to save the other one with the full stretch.
Vitiello points at his defense and gives them 3 fingers. He said, that was 3 times you misplayed the ball in the box. You got to get a clearance for me.
We'll go out for a corner kick. Second of the game here for the Toros. It'll be Pinzon to take this one. And it goes, deflected in front, a shot, a score, and the Toros are right back in front.
Michael Knapp coming up big, finds himself standing in the box, the ball's at his feet, and he says, well, this is no time for me to be sleeping. Knapp makes it happen, cooks that one into the back of the net. 7th appearance for the Toros, first goal of the year, and that'll wake up the home fans. Michael Knapp striking big.
Yeah, the Toros converting on the set piece this year, something they've struggled with a bit, and we'll see it again here.
Look at Knapp. He says, oh, there it is. That's mine. And great placement on that. Look at Vitiello. All he can do is just kind of slide to his knees. That was on him before he even saw it coming. Michael Knapp making the most of his late season appearances here. And that is a huge goal for the momentum of the Rio Grande Valley Toros.
Yeah, the Toros, when they had the halftime lead this year, are unbeaten in 9 matches, 5 wins, 4 draws. Vitiello there has to be a little frustrated as he had that huge save just a moment ago, and it ends up going for naught. Looks like we're going to have a lot of stoppage time here in the first half.
6 minutes to be added in this one. So still plenty of time for Sacramento to build a quick counter and try to get the equalizer.
Francois pushed down from behind. And actually they're awarding this free kick to the Sacramento, but the Toros end up with it. Benzon, quick turn, finds Francois. Toros not done yet. You can see there's 6 minutes being added. Francois on the left side of the box will center this one, and then it's quickly cleared out by the center back there, their captain, Connor Donovan. Donovan, a 27-year-old defender out of North Carolina. Leads the team in interceptions and blocks. Heads that one up in the air. And Sacramento able to clear this one out of danger. We got another free kick here awarded to the visitors.
You know, Darce a little too physical there with Herrera, who's been treated quite physically all evening long. That will slow them down and give Sacramento a chance to take a breather here and get some numbers forward.
Toros up 2-1. We're in stoppage time now for the first half. Been an exciting, eventful half here at HEB Park. Ritondale with the header. Gets it back from Francois. And the Toros on the move. Been attacking down that left side much of the evening. Ritondale will center this one, but no one there for the Toros at the near post. Donovan saved it from going out.
No, that was out. It was well out. I don't think Donovan lost track of where he was. He's a good 2 feet outside of the line there playing with the ball at his feet, and he thinks he's got it in. That was a pretty good distance out before he got the clearance, and that's going to lead to another corner here for Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, the third one of the game. Saw them score off a corner just a moment ago. Pinzon. Take the kick. Here it is, coming in toward a punch there by Vitiello. Comes out to Davila. Kind of a partial fan on it. Now goes into the box. A bouncer finally cleared by Ross. And Sacramento with a chance here. Toros have 4 men back. 3 men attacking for the Sacramento. They decide to wait for reinforcements here, and they'll go on a build-up here. Still plenty of time for them to generate a good shot. They'll go to Gurr now on the right side. He'll cross it at the 6-yard box, and there's a header, and we are all tied up. Wow, it is game on once more here at HEB Park.
Some late season heroics here on both sides. Michael Knapp gets the goal to give the momentum back to Rio Grande Valley.
And Luis Felipe with the goal there. Just off the header.
And look, I mean, a phenomenal comeback here. Momentum had shifted away from you, and Felipe says, I am not done yet. And he takes a shot in the process. That was not an easy header to grab. He's got to battle through a pretty hard piece of contact coming from Rio Grande Valley. How about this one? 2-2, and we've still got time left to end this first half.
It's been, yeah, we said it was eventful, and it certainly has been. 2 goals right at the end of the half here, and yes, still time for maybe one more. We're now entering the 4th minute of stoppage. 2-2 our score. That's the seventh goal this year for Luis Felipe. One of the Toros is down. Play continues, though, as Lopez will center this one. It's cleared away by Timmer. It was out of play. Now I'll check with the injury.
Coming up at halftime, two spectacular performances by the junior Spartnets and the Spartnets dance team. They're coming up to perform.
Like Moniz was the injured Toro. Back to his feet, though.
Premier Marshall Parks. They'll be taking a field as well. The 50-50 rifle right now is at 450.
Some good goals here tonight between these two teams. Both of them playing in top form. 2-2 our score. Twice the Toros have had the lead. Twice Sacramento has come back to tie it up. Here's Nodarse. Now in the 5th minute of stoppage. Vitondole able to get turned. Feeds Francois. 2 markers closing in on him. He'll find Knapp now. Knapp over to Davila. Davila trying to work in a little closer. Finds Pinzon. Was looking to try to create something there in the top of the box. Vitondole was trying to center it, and it was blocked and intercepted by Sacramento. Now a chance here for the Republic. This will go out of play. It'll be a throw in here for Sacramento. We've also got a Sacramento player down.
I believe that's Herrera again. It is.
You're right. This time it's the right leg. It was the left leg the other 2 times. Going to be pretty sore tomorrow. Here's a long shot, and oh my goodness, just goes over the crossbar. Tyler had to chase back after that. And credit to Sacramento for looking for those opportunities. They saw Derek had come way out of his net, and they just put it up toward the net, and Derek had to chase all the way back after it as it just skipped over the top of the crossbar.
That was very precise for as far as it is. Give some credit to Sacramento. They have got some really, really accurate legs on this roster.
Yeah, they have a lot of goal scorers. It's not just, we hear about Cicerone, but they have a lot of quality goal scorers on this team. Came in 7th in the league in terms of team scoring. Now near the end of the 6th minute, but we have had a couple of injuries in the stoppage time, including right here.
But no, Darce is down. Now Herrera and Cabezas are exchanging words. They'll have to be separated.
Yeah, Nadarce seemed like he got caught in the face or something, and I think they're calling halftime now. The players are jawing there at the midfield.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half of play, the score is Sacramento.
And I think just to kind of cool things off, and we had gone across 6 minutes anyway, the official blows the whistle for the first half. We'll see if we can see what happened here. And both players going up to the ball. Didn't look like anything malicious there. And Darcy being checked out. It is halftime here at HEB Park. We are all tied at 2. We're going to take a break, come back and check what's going on around the USL. Also check in on some scores, and we'll have a look at some highlights of the first half, and there were certainly plenty of them, and some stats. All that coming up here at halftime. Right now, you're watching USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
At HEB, we're inspired by Mexico. The colors, the flavors, and aromas. And we want to share them with you. So we created the HEB Mi Tienda family of products with authentic Mexican flavors. From savory marinated meats, frijoles and queso, to tamales, soft drinks, and more. HEB Mi Tienda brings you the traditional flavors you love. One more reason here, everything's better.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
creating more jobs.
and more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together,
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. At Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion.
Espinos Tires on FAR 83 has been serving the Valley for over 30 years. We offer a wide assortment of tires, wheels, and auto parts. Let us build your dream vehicle with only $49 down. No credit required.
Did you know when you bank with Lone Star National Bank, you're investing in your community? By creating jobs that stimulate our local economy, creating success that we share with our community. In fact, Lone Star National Bank donates more money and more volunteers to more causes than all other area banks combined. We do what the little banks can't, and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
Welcome back to HEB Park in Edinburgh, Texas. Exciting first half. We're knotted up at 2. Time for our halftime report, Brian.
Special thanks to our halftime sponsor, Live Oak Vodka, the official vodka sponsor of your Rio Grande Valley Toros. Just wrapped up week number 30. Let's take a look at your weekly feature.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Your Week 30 Team of the Week just announced across the USL. Your Player of the Week had himself quite a performance. That is Ronaldo Damas from San Diego Loyal. Picked up the hat trick in week number 30 to lead the Loyal past Monterey Bay 4-1. That was the second hat trick in San Diego Loyal history. What a performance by him, along with his other teammates on the Team of the Week. Couple names which may jump out to you. One performer there for the Sacramento Republic, that is Keko. Another performer for Rio Grande Valley made the recognition to make it onto the bench team. That was Taylor Davila with his phenomenal late-game heroics to allow Rio Grande Valley to pull the draw last time out. Other news across the USL of note, my home state, USL Arkansas, is getting a USL Championship and League One team. They just put out the renderings for that stadium. What a stadium it's going to look like. It gives a glimpse into what USL Arkansas is envisioning for this state-of-the-art multifunctional facility, bringing some high-class soccer to the natural state, looking to pose that performance to be a 5,000-seat venue that has the ability to be expanded to bring in larger concerts and additional opportunities as that community continues to grow. Congratulations to USL Arkansas for bringing that forward as the USL continues to add teams and become a very, very premier professional soccer league here in the U.S.
Yeah, I knew you'd be excited about that note. And a lot of games in action here tonight as well.
Yeah, a couple ones still working their way through now. In the 69th minute, Louisville has the 1-0 lead over Hartford. Now in the 68th minute, Pittsburgh up 2-0 over the Tampa Bay Rowdy. In Memphis has the 2-0 lead over El Paso. You know what's going on right now between Rio Grande Valley and Sacramento. In the 28th minute, Indy 11 is knotted with Tulsa in Tulsa. A couple games final thus far. Miami FC picks up the 2-1 victory over Charleston out in Charleston. And Detroit picks up the 3-0 victory over Loudoun. A couple of games left to look at later on in the evening. San Antonio is at Orange County. Oakland is in San Diego. Colorado makes a trip out to the desert to face Las Vegas. And New Mexico continues to make their push toward a playoff spot. They'll be at Phoenix.
And you mentioned El Paso. They began the night 4 points ahead of Rio Grande Valley and currently trailing right now against Memphis. So that if the Toros can pull out the win, they'll be just 1 point shy of El Paso, which is currently in that 7th seed. And I know in terms of the schedules, both teams just have one game left. You see that Sacramento return home to California next week. They'll be hosting the Miami FC. And then the Toros will be right here at H-E-B Park next week. They'll be playing host to Loudoun United, which is out of the Group East. And then standings, I think we've got the standings here tonight for Group West. And you can see Sacramento at one end and Rio Grande Valley on the other.
Rio Grande Valley looking to make a climb here. And you think about just how tightly packed everyone is between 7 and 11 right now. A win for Rio Grande Valley puts them just on the cusp, as you mentioned, Mark, of El Paso, who is currently sitting in 7th. Win, loss, draw has major implications all up and down the bottom side here of the USL Championship. It's interesting to think about. One game after this one, and look how tightly packed 7 through 11 are. Anyone could be in the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, you got 5 teams there vying for those last 2 spots. It's the top 8 that will go into the postseason, which is just a couple of weeks away. And as we mentioned, El Paso losing at the moment. Oakland will play later this evening. Monterey Bay plays tomorrow. New Mexico is playing this evening as well. So they could really see some jostling amongst those teams when you look at the standings tomorrow evening.
And just phenomenal opportunity to look at the parity we've had in the USL. We've talked about it all season long. And again, we're coming down to a race to the finish.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll continue and be back with some highlights in a moment. Right now, you're watching USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
At H-E-B, we're inspired by Mexico. The colors, the flavors, and aromas. And we want to share them with you. So we created the H-E-B Mi Tienda family of products with authentic Mexican flavors. From savory marinated meats, frijoles and queso, to tamales, soft drinks, and more. H-E-B Mi Tienda brings you the traditional flavors you love. One more reason here, everything's better.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. At Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion.
Espinos Tires on FAR 83 has been serving the Valley for over 30 years. We offer a wide assortment of tires, wheels, and auto parts. Let us build your dream vehicle with only $49 down. No credit required.
Did you know when you bank with Lone Star National Bank, you're investing in your community? By creating jobs that stimulate our local economy, creating success that we share with our community. In fact, Lone Star National Bank donates more money and more volunteers to more causes than all other area banks combined. We do what the little banks can't, and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And welcome back. Time for the first half highlights, Brian.
Couple of strong scoring performances on both sides. It's a match where you thought both teams were going to come in and looking to strike, and that's exactly what happened. Pinzon lays that one down. Frank Lopez peels that off of the foot, puts it in. That put the Toros up 1-0. Coming back the other way, Tyler Derrick with a phenomenal job coming out to challenge that one. A little push here coming from Nodarce. Gets it to the foot of Lopez, up and over the shoulder. As Rio Grande Valley continues to show some real fight in this one. Davila comes out. Derrick makes that something happen, coming up big in that moment. But coming back the other way, no let up from Sacramento. They continue to apply the push here. And look at Cicerone fighting through and takes a phenomenal strike to put that one in. That was 1-1. Quickly 2-1 in favor of the Toros. As Michael Knapp comes out, takes that cross off of the corner, puts it in the back of the net. Jack Gurr trying to make his presence known. Beautiful cross here, and the header up and in, pulling this one even at 2-2. That last goal by Luis Felipe. So we are all square going into the start of the second half. This one knotted at 2-2. Major implications, as we've talked about all evening long, Mark, for the USL Championship playoff picture and the Toros specifically, who need points in a big way.
And looking at the first half stats, Sacramento outshot the Toros 6-5 in terms of shots on target. It was 4-3 in favor of Sacramento. The Toros did have 3 corner kicks, none for the Republic, and then fouls a little bit heavy. 10 on Sacramento, 9 on Rio Grande Valley. There was 1 yellow card. That was Jared Timmer, the Sacramento defender, picked up his 3rd yellow of the season. And that's where we stand right now, tied at 2 in an exciting first half. And, I guess thinking about adjustments teams might make in the second half, I would think both teams have to kind of feel pretty comfortable with their production in that first half and continue to keep firing.
The offense was not a problem on either side in the first half. I think coming out, the big changes you're going to see is what these two teams are doing defensively, specifically toward the end there of the second half. Sacramento did not seem really happy with what they were allowing to happen in the box. Daniel Vitiello yelling at his teammates saying, you've got to get some clearances. You can't allow the Toros to keep owning property in our defensive box. On the other side for Rio Grande Valley, you got to talk about getting back. Both goals that the Toros gave up were on very quick counters where Sacramento made something happen, and they were off to the races. Toros just a step slow getting back, and it gave Sacramento enough room to make something happen. And as we've seen all season long with Sacramento, if you give them an inch, they will take an entire mile and more. And that's exactly what they've happened here. You got 2 goals on a very stingy Sacramento team. You've got to be happy with that. But on the flip side, you've got to come back and be much more stiff defensively and not allow them to get those quick counters.
And checking here right quick to see the last time Sacramento gave up 2 goals. Actually, it wasn't that long ago, September 23rd, a 2-0 loss to Colorado Springs. But before that, you have to go back to August when they gave up 2. So, yeah, 2 in the month of August, 2 in the month of September, and now 1 here in October. So, yes, a very stingy defense, and the Toros able to get 2 back on them. Can they get a third? They will need at least that if they're going to take all 3 points here tonight and stay in realistic contention for one of the last 2 playoff spots in the USL Championship. There we see referee Luis Diego Arroyo ready to start this second half between these 2 teams.
Worth mentioning, the Toros have been a really good team defensively down the stretch as well. You think about this, the Toros in the month of September only gave up 3 total goals in that month. 2 goals on September 2nd against Phoenix and 1 goal on the 30th against Colorado Springs. They themselves were quite stingy. Now, their offense has really picked up here to open the month of October. 2 quick goals on Sacramento, but they've got to look for that defense to, as we said, stiffen up and protect some of those goals.
They've in their 4-game unbeaten streak, the Toros have outscored the opposition 5-3. 2 of those goals scored by Hartford in that midweek draw. A long pass here is going to go out. This will be a goal kick. You've got Sacramento in black now moving from right to left, and the Toros in the orange tops going from left to right. 2-2 our score. Toros have goals from Frank Lopez and Michael Knapp. And Sacramento, their 2 goals come from Cicerone and Luis Felipe. Cicerone with his 14th goal this year. He was 8th in the USL scoring coming in. He'll move up that ladder here tonight with the goal he's had. And Still has a whole second half here in front of him. Nadarse bring this up over to the left side. That goes to Ritondole, who's the only sub in the first half for either side. Young Argentine. Davila pushes it back to Cabezas. Ricketts will immediately send it back to Cabezas as he had pressure coming in on him from Cicerone. Lopez, or rather Pinzon, passes off to Davila. Pinzon with an assist in the first half off the Knapp goal that came off a corner kick. Now goes to Ricketts as the Toros building up here kind of incrementally here in this early moments of the second half. Action-filled game here at HEB Park. Toros will be at home next week against Loudoun for their season finale. Here's Pinzon, going to send this one ahead to Lopez. Lopez sends it over to Francois. Shot and a save made. It's punched clear. Another opportunity there for Ritondole. Had a kick from him. Knapp shoots and another save. And wow, Vitello coming up big here with 2 big saves early in the second half.
No shortage of opportunities on the evening for Rio Grande Valley. Offensively, they are still extremely sharp coming out of the halftime break. Vitiello says, I'm also quite sharp right now.
Indeed he is, and he had probably the save of the game earlier on when he went to full stretch to save a shot by the Toros. Might even be a save of the week candidate. Here's Francois moving in, and the offside flag has come up. And this will be a free kick here for Sacramento. Republic's going to put it back in play quickly. This is something they like to do. Anything they can do to catch teams a little bit off guard, a little bit unawares. Alder Sanchez quickly pushes that ahead to Cicerone, backing that left side. Cabezas able to play it away from him, gives up a throw-in. Alder Sanchez to throw this in. Sanchez, who's out of Vancouver, Washington, just 21 years old. All the way back to Donovan, and Frank Lopez able to nearly steal that one. He aggressively came in to play that. Sacramento able to clear this back upfield. Sanchez now with it as it kicked away from him. The Toro, 2 defenders closing in on him quickly. The Toros trying to use that, trying to generate a turnover near midfield or in the attacking half and get a quick strike at the net of Sacramento if they can. Now Knapp is upended. This is going to be our second booking of the game. This one's going to be on one of the goal scorers, Luis Felipe.
Yellow card, admonition to Sacramento Republic's number 96.
Felipe just leaves a leg out and kind of drags it across Michael Knapp as he comes through. Easy foul call to be made there. It's one thing to play the ball. It's something else to kind of leave a limb out there just dragging in the way of the attacking player.
The Knapp appears to be okay. Davila standing over the ball. Cabezas plays it to Davila. He's going to pop it over to the left side. Ritondale trying to gain control of it. Toros forced to retreat a bit, and then Ritondale loses the handle out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for Sacramento. 5 minutes into the second half, 2-2 our score. Toros have led twice. Sacramento has been able to equalize twice. And Sanchez has it kicked away from him by Moniz. Toros applying a lot of pressure here in the early going of this second half. This is Ross with it. Ross, who scored a goal against the Toros back in their July meeting in Sacramento. It was before Davila eventually tied that game up. It ended 1-1. One of 13 draws that the Toros have this season, which is tied for the most of any team in the league. And I guess it's probably a lot of those draws, Brian, that could prove to hurt them if they end up missing the playoffs here, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if the Toros don't make the playoffs this year, there'll be a lot of conversation about what if or what could have happened. A tremendous number of draws, 13 draws on the year. Had a couple of matches that looked like wins that ended up ending in draws and losses. You look back to that draw against New Mexico United. They were up 2-0 in the second half. 2 goals in stoppage time put United into a draw with that one. You look back to the loss to Las Vegas and say, where might we have been? We've been able to close some of these matches.
Yeah, and in fact, there are 2 matches with Las Vegas, which has only 19 points for the year, but Las Vegas able to pick up 4 points against the Toros, getting a win and a draw in their 2 meetings. That has to hurt. Of course, the Toros have also benefited with some late goals where they were able to rescue draws out of certain defeat. They did that against Colorado Springs last week, and of course against Sacramento back in July with a 96th minute goal by Davila. Free kick awarded here to the Toros. And here's Knapp moving forward, trying to send this in, intended for Lopez, goes too far. And instead the defender Shane Wheat out of Akron, Ohio, intercepts and sends it downfield. Wheat, a 28-year-old defender. Sacramento opened this game with 5 defenders, and they still have that 5-man back line here in the second half. Sometimes teams will change formations depending on the scoring situation for the second half. See, Ricketts now is upended. Ricketts out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Second year with the Toros.
Cicerone called for the foul there as he's physically playing Ricketts on this near side. Taking a look at the contact here, that's 2 guys really going at it. Cicerone gets the foul because he gets that hand in there and kind of pushes away as he's trying to slip through. If he kept his hands back, he's probably not being called for a foul there.
Certainly a physical player, Cicerone. Fun to watch. Here's Pinzon, able to get turned. Toros moving into the attacking third. Scabessis will bring it up. Now Ricketts. Ricketts seems okay. Quickly is cut off by Cicerone, and he'll send it back. Now Davila in traffic, trying to get a through ball here to Ricketts. Ricketts chasing after it. This went off a defender, so this will be a corner kick now for the Toros. Corner number 4 here for Rio Grande Valley. And since this one's on the right side, it's going to be Taylor Davila to take this one. Pinzon takes them when they're on the left side. Here comes the kick, and a headed out there, I think, by Donovan. Sacramento doing a good job on that one as it was barreling in right to the net of Sacramento. Francois with the chance now. Little drop pass to Pinzon. Toros on the buildup. We'll send this one in. Keeper stays back, and a header on net, and it's just wide. Couple of players down. I think that was Knapp who got that soft header aiming for that left post. It was just wide. Vidiello had to dive after it anyway.
Must have been touched again by someone from Sacramento because they're going to lead to another corner here for Rio Grande Valley. So maybe not as cleanly touched by Knapp as we thought. I think Vitiello gets out.
Yeah, the keeper got a hand on that. So here's the corner. Out to Davila. Davila trying to create a shot here. Oh, shot blocked in front. That was a good block there by Luis Felipe. So go out for corner now number 6 here for Rio Grande Valley.
And 3rd corner in a row.
Frank Lopez lining up in front of the goal. Here it comes in, headed up first by Herrera for Sacramento. Sacramento gets another header on that. Sacramento still not out of danger as Davila trying something with his left foot, kind of a missed kick, and he'll go out for goal kick. Ten minutes into the second half. 2-2 our score. Toros have had a couple of chances here early on. Still looking for that go-ahead goal. Here's Gecko. Gecko sent it off to the right side. A lot of space there. Now it's going to be crossed inside, and Darce intercepts, and he'll end up conceding a corner kick off the cross by Jack Gurr. So first corner of the match now coming up for the Sacramento Republic. I was checking to see if Sacramento's given up 3 goals in the game this year. They have at least once, most recently on July 22nd. That was a 3-0 loss to New Mexico United. Here's Gurr. His corner comes in, and Ross kind of fans on it. And it's cleared out by the Toros, and here's a chance. This is a 2-on-2. Francois moving in. Had it kicked away from him for a moment. Recovered by Moniz, though. Moniz will wait for reinforcements. Now, Francois had Lopez over to his right. I think was trying to cross it to him, but it was blocked. His pass blocked in front. Still a chance here. Sanchez intercepts here for Sacramento. Now Donovan has it at his foot. Himmer sends it up, and Keko over to the right. Head for Herrera. Gurr working around that. Ball trickles to the foot of Felipe, who's going to give it a shot. And Derek, who is kind of caught wrong-footed, still able to make the save there.
We're going to get some training staff out to about midfield. There was a heavy collision as that one was sent forward. Felipe put a pretty good strike on that. Derek can't control it, but he can deflect it. But what led to that was a very hard collision right past midfield.
Yeah, one player on each team is down.
I believe that's Cabezas down for Rio Grande Valley. That may be Gurr for Sacramento who's down.
You're right.
Oh, no, that's Ricketts that's down for Rio Grande Valley.
But you're right about Gurr for Sacramento.
And it looks like Ricketts is bleeding. It's got a pretty heavy laceration to his left temple.
See Keko set to take the corner kick. They're finished checking on these players. Gurr is up and walking about, but Ricketts is still down, just to the right of your screen there. Been a physical game tonight. 13 fouls called on Sacramento, 9 called on Rio Grande Valley. 13 is about what Sacramento was averaging, so certainly ahead of that pace here tonight.
Sacramento is going to have a corner kick coming out of this stoppage. Still maybe a moment before we're back to action as they're taking a very careful look at Jonathan Ricketts.
As we mentioned, both these teams have one game left on their regular season schedule. Sacramento will be back at home against Miami FC. They've done really well at home this year. Have only, I think, lost twice all season. The Toros, meanwhile, will also be here at home against Loudoun United. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff for both clubs in local time. They're still looking at Ricketts now. Ricketts, who's 25 years old, has 3 goals this year on 8 shots on target. So a very good connect percentage for him. Also very good at drawing fouls. He's had leads the team 46 fouls conceded coming in. Our goal scorers, all of the goals in the first half tonight so far. Frank Lopez found the net in the 10th minute. And then the equalizer in the 36th by Cicerone for Sacramento. Toros got the lead back in the 44th behind Michael Knapp's goal off a corner kick. And then Sacramento equalized 3 minutes into stoppage time with Luis Felipe's goal. You can see Ricketts coming off the pitch now. Appears to might be bleeding a little bit from one of his nostrils.
Top of that, Ricketts picked up the yellow card for the contact that led to that collision.
So here's the corner kick by Keko. Inside, a header by Donovan goes well over the bar. And it'll be goal kick here for the Toros. Donovan, who's 6'2". A lot of tall players on this Sacramento team. Now 2/3 of the way complete, and we're still tied at 2. It's kind of the similar situation the Toros found themselves in midweek at Hartford Athletic. That game was tied at 2 at the half. Neither team could find the net in the second half. It ended as a 2-all draw. A result the Toros are not in favor of tonight. They need wins. Ricketts still in there. Long pass intended for Lopez is headed away from him. This goes out of play to be a throw-in for Rio Grande Valley. See Coach Wilmer Cabrera in the red and black jacket there in the background, shouting instructions. 4th year as a head coach for the Toros, has taken them to the playoffs each of his first 3 years. Can he do it in a 4th year? Francois passes it off to Ritondale. Now to Pinzon. Knapp, who's had an excellent night already with 1 goal, passes it off. Here's Ricketts. Trying to split 2 defenders, has it kicked away from him, and Sacramento able to take command. This is Sanchez. Goes to Ross, who will send it up toward midfield for Keko, who's forced to play it back. A lot of Toros pressure here. Keeper had to split 2 attackers there with that delicate pass. Vitiello finding it to Donovan. Sacramento still not yet able to cross into Toros territory. That pass intended for Sanchez, going to go out of play to be a Toros throw-in now here in the minute 64. There we see Cabrera. Former defender back in his days in Colombia, played with the Colombian national team, was on their 1998 World Cup team. Chance here now for Sacramento Republic, going to send this one ahead. Derek is out there to intercept this one, intended for Cicerone. Cabezas, the defender in the area as well. Toros able to get ahead of Cicerone on that one. Cicerone, of course, has a goal already in this game, his 14th of the year. The team high for him, and also keeps him in the top 10 in the USL Championship. I think the leader has like 19 goals. Here's a chance now for Sacramento as Hedetta passes it off to Keko on the right side, waiting for reinforcements. He's got Gurr on the overlap, who will send it inside. Cabezas with a heavy touch. A chance here, and a shot from distance, and it's just wide. That was Ross from the top of the 18, who's able to get off a good shot there, just not quite the placement he wanted.
Substitution now for Sacramento. Coming out will be Felipe. Going to be relieved by Arnold Lopez, the 5'10 midfielder out of Venezuela. Worth mentioning, Lopez leads the USL in yellow cards. He has 12 on the year.
I was noticing that. Yeah, leads the entire league.
And it looks like Michael Knapp is going to come out for Rio Grande Valley. He will be replaced by Ian Settle.
Well, they put up Frank Lopez's number. We'll see if they intended Knapp or they intended for Lopez to come out.
Oh, Knapp came back in, so it must have been Lopez coming out.
Or actually, this is a substitute for Sacramento, another one.
So Juan Herrera is going to come out. He'll be replaced by Luther Archimede.
Yeah, Archimede, one of the goal scorers. He came on as a sub last week in that 2-0 win over Las Vegas Lights and was able to score one of the 2 goals there. Who had the other one? It was Keko who had the other one in the Las Vegas game, and now a substitute here, and this one's going to be Rio Grande Valley.
And Jonathan Ricketts is going to come out. Robert Coronado coming in now. Ricketts played the entire first half and then was involved in that very hard contact that earned him a yellow at midfield.
See Coronado coming on. Coronado out of La Habra, California, 26-year-old defender. Has 1 goal and 1 assist this year. So both teams have used up 2 subs. Each has 3 left. We're about the halfway point of the second half and knotted up at 2. We've talked about how the Toros are incentivized to win this game tonight, but Sacramento also has an incentive. They have a chance to clinch the #1 seed tonight. It was a nice header there all the way back to Vitiello in goal. If they win and San Antonio ends up losing tonight or even draws out west, then Sacramento would clinch the #1 seed.
Foul there will be on Francois as he tries to apply some pressure to Gurr coming from behind. Ends up pulling Gurr down.
All the way back to Vitiello in the goal for Sacramento. Public taking their time a little bit here. This is going to be Knapp who's going to run onto this one and then play it back to his keeper, Tyler Derrick. They're quickly forced to play that one out of bounds. It'll be Sacramento's throw in at midfield. Sacramento's only won once in 5 previous matches here at HEB Park. And get that go-ahead goal, they might win for the second time. Here's a nice pass here at the top of the 18. Goes Cicerone with a heavy touch. And it's kicked away from him by Ritondale. They're trying to get it to originally to Archimed. Now here's a chance here. They'll send it into Archimed. This is onside and a goal for Sacramento. And Archimed, with maybe just his second touch on the pitch since he came on a moment ago, has put his team in the lead for the first time tonight.
Goal number 6 for Archimed on the year. And you want to talk about the ability to dribble around contact under pressure. Somehow he's able to corral that pass, slow it down, and get the bend around Tyler Derrick. Take a look at this. He doesn't get a lot on it, but he gets enough to bend it around Derrick. And Sacramento has found their stride, now up 3-2.
That was a good eye there by Alder Sanchez. You could see him closing in, was probably close enough to tap that ball in and then claim credit for the goal, but he could tell that it was going to go in on its own and put his hands up in the air in kind of a victorious gesture. And Archimed's goal is 6th of the year, puts his team up 3-2. And now the Toros in a deep hole now as we're in the second portion of the second half, and they need 2 to claim all 3 points here tonight.
Toros have had a little touch of the theatrics on the year. They found late goals to get draws. But if you're Rio Grande Valley right now, a draw is not going to do it. You need points. So essentially, they've got a 2-goal deficit to worry about now. They've got to get the equalizer, and they've got to get another one to get out ahead.
Looking to see if they've given up 4 goals this year. They did one in a U.S. Open Cup match, but not in any USL Championship regular season match. Sacramento has not given up 4 goals all season. That's what the Toros will need if they're going to get the 3 points here tonight. Here in minute 70, they trail 3-2. Led 1-0 and 2-1. Both times Sacramento was able to equalize, and now it's the Republic that have the lead. Here's Francois, going to send this into the box, and a punch out by the keeper. Vitiello came out and punched that one clear as the Toros had some numbers in the box there.
Opportunities continue to exist for Rio Grande Valley, but they have not found that final touch in the box.
So Toros really pouring it on now, knowing they only have about 20 minutes and change to work with and need 2 scores to have a realistic shot at a chance for the playoffs this year. Knapp settles it for Davila. He turns and sends it over to Nadarse. Nadarse assisted on a goal back in the first half. Little exchange there with Pinzon. Now it's back at Davila's foot. side was trying to get it to Pinzon, and it's kicked away by Sacramento. Here's Ross now. And now Gurr takes command in full stride. Sacramento, this is what they do best, is those counters. Archimed goes down. This might be a free kick here. Or are they saying he was offside? No, there's no foul there, just an offside call against Sacramento. Toro's back on the move now. Here's Michael Knapp. Wait for reinforcements. It goes back to Davila.
Archimed is laboring for Sacramento right now.
Oh, and Francois goes down in a heap. They're going to call a free kick here. And the Toros will have an opportunity here in minute 72.
They get a substitution for Sacramento before this one goes back into action. A couple of players waiting to check in.
Probably be making a couple of defensive subs here in a moment. We're approaching the final 15 minutes. Here's Davila standing over this one. Davila was on the team of the week, sends this one inside. It's headed out by the Sacramento defense. Still on the edge of the area, though. This is Francois recovers it. Got two markers near him, and it's blocked out there by the defender, Arnold Lopez. Throw in here for the Toros. Now to Lopez. Lopez able to get turned and fire from distance, and a save made there by Vitiello. Vitiello's had some big saves here tonight. A couple of times he's gone to full stretch. Gives up the corner kick here. I have him for 4 saves tonight. And here's going to be corner kick number 7 here for Rio Grande Valley. This is Davila. Sends this one in. It's headed out there by Archimed, and it's going to be another corner kick now for Rio Grande Valley.
Another Toros ATV corner kick.
Toros scored off a corner back in the first half. Davila just 22 years old. Sends this one in. Keeper's there to intercept that one. And Vitiello able to read that one well, come all the way out to the edge of his 6-yard box and jump up and spear that one.
And there may have been no greater performance on the evening for Sacramento than Vitiello right now. And you say, well, how could that be? They've scored 3 goals. Surely somebody could take player of the match away from them. But look at the way Vitiello has been playing. And yet, yes, he's given up 2 goals, but he's made 2 phenomenal saves to go with that. Captain of your defense is really putting in some strong work here for Sacramento.
Yeah, came in tonight with 75 saves, which is ranked 8th in the USL, so he's been a busy keeper all year.
Substitutions now for Sacramento. Keko is coming out. He'll be replaced by Christian Brano. Second substitution for Sacramento. Nicholas Ross will come out. He'll be replaced by the former Toro, Rodrigo Lopez, coming in. Lopez 4 assists on the year. He's 5'8" out of Mexico.
That'll be 4 subs now used up by Sacramento. See Coach Mark Briggs in his 5th year as head coach of the Republic. And Perano from Argentina comes onto the pitch, 5'6", 150 pounds. Keko's night is done. Has had a pretty good, productive night. We're in the final 15 now. Sacramento up 3-2. Here's Knapp, going to pop this one forward. Lopez trying to run onto that, and Vitiello, the keeper, comes out to fall on that one. Player may have been shaken up just a little bit, but the referee, Luis Diego Arroyo, orders him to Get back up. Let's get this game going. It was Donovan who was down there for a moment. Here's a chance for the Toros as they were able to dispossess Archimed. Ball went off Knapp, and now it's at the foot of Cabezas. Cabezas with markers all over him. And now we've got a free kick awarded to Rio Grande Valley. You can see Pinzon slow to get up. Quickly put back into play. Francois trying to get turned. Now to Darce with it. Cabezas moving forward, no markers closing, so he took advantage of a chance to pick up some space there, but then he's cut off. Toros on the build-up here, just looking to patiently build it up, get the equalizer first. And Davila goes to Coronado. Now it's Nadarce. Had it kicked away from him by Lopez. Lopez just 26 years old, midfielder. As you mentioned, Brian, former Toro. We're in the 78th minute now here at HEB Park. Toros looking for the equalizer for the first time. They've either had leads or it's been a tie game here tonight. Sacramento grabbing the lead back in the 68th minute. The substitute Archimed coming on to score and put them in front. Moniz with it here, racing toward the goal line. Now Knapp in there to help out. It's going to go off Knapp, I believe. It's going to be a throw in now for Sacramento.
Knapp trying to make the argument that pinballed off of him and then off of a Sacramento player. Referee says, no, that was clearly off of you, but a very deep throw in here for Sacramento. A few members of the media there, the photographers there. This will go out of play. No, this will be a goal kick now here for the Republic. For you history buffs, Texas and California, I believe, are the only two states that have ever been independent republics at one time in their history. Now, Texas was a republic for about 9 years before it joined the United States. California's was much shorter. It was about a week. And then they said, we want to be independent. And the United States said, no, we just liberated you guys from Mexico. And so you're going to be part of the U.S. And here we see time wasting, a yellow card being issued to the goalkeeper, Vitiello. It picks up his second yellow of the season. This ball kicked deep here by Wheat. Goes to the foot of Cabezas. Now Moniz with it. Goes out of play. It'll be Sacramento's throw in. Yep, trying to get on top of that one. Sanchez has it now. Now Cicerone plays it back, but there's a whistle. This is going to be a free kick, I believe, here for Sacramento. The 81st minute now, and an opportunity here for the Republic. And here it goes to Cicerone. This is onside, sends it in, and gets kicked out of play. And I think they're calling goal kick here. They're trying to feed Archimed. Cicerone had it, but his center ball kicked away, or went off Archimed and out of play. Now a free kick here awarded to the Toros.
time becoming a factor for the Toros, because realistically they need 2 goals here to keep their playoff hopes alive. Here goes to Moniz, a through ball inside, and Vitiello gets there first, just ahead of the on-rushing Frank Lopez. Or correction, Coronado was coming in there, racing on to that. A chance for the equalizer for the Toros. Vitiello getting there first. Sacramento, by the way, has 1 sub remaining. Toros have 3 remaining. I think we're going to might see all 3 of them right now.
Moniz will come out for Rio Grande Valley. Ian Seto coming in. Seto, the Argentinian. Additionally, coming out for Rio Grande Valley, Cristiano Francois. He'll be replaced by Jose Torres.
Torres, the former U.S. international player. A lot of veteran experience.
Final substitution, I believe, is going to be Frank Lopez. He'll be replaced out there by Juan Galindries. Toros now out of substitutions. Got a little under 8 minutes left in regulation. We're likely to have quite a bit of stoppage time added to this when we had 2 pretty extensive injury delays.
Yeah, so time still remains for the Toros to find the back of the net. Vitiello's had a very good game despite giving up 2 goals. A lot of full stretch saves. Quick passing here by the Toros. They just bring on 3 fresh bodies. And Seto sends it into the area, trying to get it to Nudarse, but it's kicked away from him. And Toros will regroup. Chipped into the box, and Davila goes up. It's kind of moved off the ball by a defender. And Sacramento able to clear this up toward midfield. Coronado with it. The 84th minute now here at HEB Park. 3-2 our score, Sacramento in front. And a physical game throughout tonight. Here's Torres. Torres out of Longview, Texas. Sends this one forward for Davila. Over to the left is Pinzon. Comes inside, cleared by Connor Donovan. Sacramento captain playing the center back spot, but the Toros still on the recovery here. Coronado's going to try the right side. Here's Knapp, who had his first goal of the season earlier tonight. Play it back to Cabezas. And Torres will give this one a go. It's headed away by Donovan. Donovan having a big night at that center back spot. This will be corner number 9 now for Rio Grande Valley.
Jose Torres will take this one.
Torres will send this one in, and outswinger goes off the noggin of Nadarse, and then it's cleared up by Sacramento. Here comes back into the area, goes to the foot of Knapp, and now a quick turn and fire, and a save made there by Vitiello. That was Cabezas, who had a wicked turn and fire, but Vitiello had perfect position on that one. '85th minute now here at HEB Park. Vitiello with players closing in on him. Quickly gets this one all the way up to midfield. Cicerone trying to win the ball here. Now has it at his foot. He'll send it back. Lopez moving forward. Now going ahead to Sanchez into space. Knapp closing in. That went out for a throw-in. Well, now they're going to say it's a throw-in belonging to... No, just making him retake the throw-in. And at 86 now here at HEB Park. Toros looking for the equalizer. Only lost once at home since July on the losing end at the moment in the 3-2 decision. Here's Knapp with it. Goes to Settle. Settle out of Miami will send it into the box, and this will go all the way through and out for goal kick. Benzon, who was trying to get lined up underneath it for a redirect with his head. Sacramento holds on for the win tonight. They'll move up to 61 points. Of course, they'll stay in first place in Group West. Might even clinch the #1 seed. Still a lot of time for that. As you pointed out, Brian, there'll probably be a lot of stoppage time added on here for this second half. And more than once, we've seen stoppage time heroics from the Toros this season, including just last Saturday. Seto keeps this one in bounds, sends it down deep. Knapp trying to win the ball there. Then kicked out by Galindres. I think this is going to be a throw-in. Here they're able to break this one out. This is Cicerone. He's got Archimed in front of him, but passed the ball behind him, and the Toros able to dodge that bullet as Nadarse intercepted, sent it back to his keeper. Going to have the final sub for Sacramento here in just a moment, as soon as they get to a dead ball. Here's Cicerone breaking down the left side. He's got Archimed inside. Cicerone still muscles his way into the area, faces Derek now, and Nadarse intercepts. And the Toros will be on the breakout. Still a Toro. Knapp is still down on the far side of the pitch. Now the ball goes out of play. And Knapp was able to actually get out of bounds so that he could get treatment. That'd be at the bottom of your screen. There you see it right there. Poor guy, he was hurt down there, and he actually rolled about 6 or 7 feet so he could get out of bounds.
The Toros will play a man down for the time being while Knapp gets checked on. But also in doing so, it prevents Sacramento from getting the substitution in they're trying to do. Had he stayed on, they would have blown it dead, and that would have allowed the Sacramento substitution to happen.
Quick one for the team there. Derek comes up to play that one. Keep the Toros' possession alive here. Now they're dispossessed. That was Gurr who was upended. And Sacramento's going to clear this one. That's Wheat sending it over to the right side. And this one miraculously kept in bounds here by the Toros. That's Ritondale. And the Toros have an attack despite being a man down. Davila falls down. Trying to put a move on Wheat. Lost possession, and now we're going to have a free kick awarded here to Sacramento.
That's going to get the last substitution in for Sacramento. As Cicerone is going to come out. He'll be replaced by John Fenwick, 6'2" defender out of England. Archimed sold that one pretty well.
Cicerone, his night is done. Had a terrific goal there in the first half. And wow, 7 minutes are going to be added. Archimed with it. Passes it back. Sacramento interested in just playing keep away at this point because we're into stoppage time. Toros would need 2 goals to get the win tonight. They need one to pick up at least 1 point. Keep their unbeaten streak alive. They came in with a 4-game unbeaten streak with 2 wins and 2 draws. This will go out of play. It'd be a Toros throw in. Exciting game between these two. Both came in with something to play for. Both have played their hearts out. A physical game with some exciting goals, some big saves as well.
And no matter the outcome here, the winner of this match earned it. And anyone that comes away with points out of this matchup has earned those points.
Trying to get this one to settle. Settle not able to catch up to it in time. It's going to go out, and it'll be a throw in here for the Sacramento Republic. Sacramento next week will be at home against Miami FC for their last regular season game. Toros will be here next week for their last regular season game against Loudoun United out of Virginia. Cabeza is trying to keep that one in. He does. And here's Coronado, going to send this one deep to the left side, and it's headed back to the keeper, Vitiello. Good play there by Jack Gurr.
Now remember, Vitiello's got to be very deliberate with the ball here. He's carrying a yellow for delaying earlier here in the second half.
Archimed able to flick this one forward a bit. Couldn't catch up to it in time, though, as Cabezas clears it. We're in the 3rd minute of stoppage.
They're going to say offside. Ian Seto drifted a little too far forward.
The second offside tonight against the Toros. Each team has 2, actually. The free kick by Arnold Lopez out of Venezuela. Intended for Sanchez. Knapp heads it away from him. And it went off Sanchez and out of play. Or actually, they're calling a foul there on Sanchez. Tyler Derrick has come out a little bit from his goals. The Toros need to get more numbers forward. They need it quickly. Looking for the equalizer here. We're in the 4th minute now of stoppage, and here's a chance. Moving in alone on the keeper. Derrick stays back, gets a piece of it, and makes the save. So Derrick keeps the hopes for the Toros alive, making the save off the shot by Christian Perrano.
Just that quick, you see how good Sacramento is at building on the counter there. The slight mistake by Rio Grande Valley, and Perrano was off to the races and very nearly put another one in the back of the net for Sacramento, which would have essentially put this one out of reach. They are on the verge of doubling up Rio Grande Valley.
See, with time being a factor, Davila came over there and quickly placed the ball. It'll be Lopez to take this corner kick. They're going to make it a short one. It goes out of play. It's going to be a goal kick now for Rio Grande Valley, or is it going to be a corner? No, it's going to be another corner. That'll be the 4th of the game here for Sacramento. Lopez likely will do the same thing again. This time it is going to be a goal kick. Toros running out of time. We're in the 5th minute of stoppage. Archimed just simply drags down the Toros player. He's going to get a yellow card. Referee quickly steps in there before there could be any kind of retaliation move. Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. There's no need for that. But the Toros on the move now. There's Coronado. Here's Cabezas. Cabezas moving in. Now forced to retreat. Gets it to Davila. Now back to Cabezas. Quick passing here. It's Coronado looking for a shot. Now Davila. Davila's shot blocked in front there by Wheat. It'll go out of play. I don't know if we mentioned or not, but the Toros are back to full strength. We had Knapp, who was come off the pitch earlier, but he's back on. Davila's going to let this one go from distance, and Vitiello's there to intercept that one. Then went through a maze of players, and Nadarce was waiting to capitalize on that, and Vitiello was able to smother it. Perhaps 90 seconds left here before full time. It's 2-2 at the break. Only one goal in the second half so far. That was Sacramento grabbing the lead. Archimed, who came off the bench to get that go-ahead goal. Toros still looking for the equalizer. This is Pinzon. Nice little move to buy himself some time. Now finds Ritondale, the Argentine. 2 markers closing in on him. And his pass goes awry. Toros recover, though. Here's Torres. Torres moving in. He'll chip it into the box, and Vitiello wisely lets that one go by. It'll be a goal kick. Another bullet dodged by this Sacramento team. Three to 2 our score. Sacramento in front. Looking to possibly grab all 3 points here this evening. This one is flicked on ahead. It'll go out of bounds, be a throw in here for the Toros. Toros down to their last gasp here. Torres finds Ritondale on the left side. Send a through ball for Nadarse. Toros going to put everybody forward now. There are only seconds remain. And Galindres has it kicked away from him by Donovan. And that's it. They're going to blow the whistle, and it's going to be full time. And our winners are the Sacramento Republic. 3-2 victors here tonight. A gritty victory for them. And Brian, who's our man of the match?
Got to be the keeper. Daniel Vitiello came up huge. Toros end up scoring 2 goals in this one, but it could have very easily been 4 or 5 had it not been for the phenomenal slaves for Vitiello. He was a man on a mission to ensure his team got the victory and had the chance to continue their push for the #1 seed in the West.
All right, we'll take a look at some highlights in just a moment. 3-2, the final. Sacramento wins it. You're watching USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
At HEB, we're inspired by Mexico. The colors, the flavors, and aromas. And we want to share them with you. So we created the HEB Mi Tienda family of products with authentic Mexican flavors. From savory marinated meats, frijoles and queso, to tamales, soft drinks, and more. HEB Mi Tienda brings you the traditional flavors you love. One more reason here, everything's better.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. At Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion.
Espinos Tires on FAR 83 has been serving the Valley for over 30 years. We offer a wide assortment of tires, wheels, and auto parts. Let us build your dream vehicle with only $49 down. No credit required.
Did you know when you bank with Lone Star National Bank, you're investing in your community? By creating jobs that stimulate our local economy, creating success that we share with our community. In fact, Lone Star National Bank donates more money and more volunteers to more causes than all other area banks combined. We do what the little banks can't, and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And we're back at HEB Park. Final score, Sacramento Republic 3, Rio Grande Valley Toros 2. Brian, take us through the highlights.
Just a phenomenal offensive performance on both sides. Very early on, the Toros took control, trying to continue their push toward a playoff spot. Look at the way this ball is dropped in. Frank Lopez fights through Vitiello and is able to smooth that one in. That put the Toros up 1-0, but that wouldn't last too long. You see Cicerone strikes for a big goal there to pull us even at 1-1. Michael Knapp gets in the mix here late in the first half, puts the Toros back up 2-1 off of a phenomenal pass from Coronado. Jack Gerd gets involved here. Look at the touch and look at the finish from Felipe there. That tied this one up at 2. And then in the second half, the shots came, and they came quickly here. Felipe almost puts that one in. Big save by Tyler Derrick. Nice little soft touch here, and then a strike just wide for Sacramento, but that wouldn't hold up because, again, those gentle touches come up in a big way. Archimede gets the strike to put Sacramento up 3-2, and then the Toros did all they could to put a heavy push in here. That was a nice look. Frank Lopez with a look has to be pushed away by Vitiello. He had himself quite a second half. Look at this save again, taking that one away from Cabezas, and it was Vitiello's prominence in the net that kept the Toros at bay and allowed Sacramento to pick up a huge 3-2 victory.
Yeah, that shot by Cabezas there, that was a point-blank rocket. Vitiello deserved his man of the match distinction here tonight. Quick look at the stats. Sacramento out shooting the Toros 11-10 overall. Shots on goal 7-7. That's pretty high for both teams. Corner kicks, there were 14 total, 9 for the Toros, 5 for Sacramento. Fouls 19 on Sacramento, including 5 bookings, and then 13 fouls on the Toros with 1 booking. 5 saves for Vitiello, 4 saves for Derek in the Toros net. There's a look at our crew there, and they've done a good job all season long here for the USL Championship, Rio Grande Valley Toros soccer. We'll have one more game next week. It'll be Loudoun United. We'll be here at HEB Park. That'll be a 7 o'clock Central Time kickoff. Sacramento, meanwhile, wins their second straight. They're on 61 points now, still in first in the West. Toros remain in 11th with their unbeaten streak of 4 games snapped here tonight. Our final score, Sacramento 3, the Toros 2. Good night from Edinburgh, Texas.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
They'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot. They'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal. And it's just hitting. They'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal. And it's just hitting. And they'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal. And it's just hitting. They'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal. And it's just hitting. And they'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal. And it's just hitting. Here is a Gerb, and this is deflected and saved by Tyler Derrick. Here is a Gerb, and this is deflected and saved by Tyler Derrick. Here is a Gerb, and this is deflected and here is a Gerb, and this is they'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the They'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal. And it's just hitting. They'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal. And it's just hitting. They'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal, and it's just hitting. And they'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal, and it's just hitting. And they'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal, and it's just hitting. And they'll reverse the attack now. It goes to the captain. Here's Juan David Cabezas. Give it to Ricketts. Oh, a nice little dummy there to the outside. They're going to send this one in. And a shot chipped on goal, and it's just hitting. Here is a Gerb, and this is deflected and saved by Tyler Derrick. Here is a Gerb, and this is deflected and saved by Tyler Derrick. Here is a Gerb, and this is deflected and saved by Tyler Derrick. Here is a Gerb, and this is deflected and saved by Tyler Derrick. Here is a Gerb, and this is deflected and saved by Tyler Derrick. After a slow start at home to begin the year, their first 8 matches, no wins, 3 losses and 5 draws. So have really turned that around. Here's a long pass from Darce to Lopez, breaking in, a shot, and it's a goal! After a slow start at home to begin the year, their first 8 matches, no wins, 3 losses and 5 draws. So have really turned that around. Here's a long pass from Darce to Lopez, breaking in, a shot, and it's a goal! After a slow start at home to begin the year, their first 8 matches, no wins, 3 losses and 5 draws. So have really turned that around. Here's a long pass from Darce to Lopez, breaking in, a shot, and it's a goal! After a slow start at home to begin the year, their first 8 matches, no wins, 3 losses and 5 draws. So have really turned that around. Here's a long pass from Darce to Lopez, breaking in, a shot, and it's a goal! After a slow start at home to begin the year, their first 8 matches, no wins, 3 losses and 5 draws. So have really turned that around. Here's a long pass from Darce to Lopez, breaking in, a shot, and it's a goal! Actually, it was Moniz who got that steal a moment ago. And here's Sacramento back on the move. Pushes this one through. Derrick coming after it and is able to get there just in time. Actually, it was Moniz who got that steal a moment ago. And here's Sacramento back on the move. Pushes this one through. Derek coming after it and is able to get there just in time. Actually, it was Moniz who got that steal a moment ago. And here's Sacramento back on the move. Pushes this one through. Derek coming after it and is able to get there just in time. Actually, it was Moniz who got that steal a moment ago. And here's Sacramento back on the move. Pushes this one through. Derek coming after it and is able to get there just in time. Actually, it was Moniz who got that steal a moment ago. And here's Sacramento back on the move. Pushes this one through. Derek coming after it and is able to get there just in time. Davila gets an intercept here. Davila's going to feed to the left side. He goes through to Francois, moving in, centers the ball, and then it's cleared away from the foot of Frank Lopez. Davila gets an intercept here. Davila's going to feed to the left side. He goes through to Francois, moving in, centers the ball, and then it's cleared away from the foot of Frank Lopez. As well as Davila gets an intercept here. Davila's going to feed to the left side. He goes through to Francois, moving in, centers the ball, and then it's cleared away from the foot of Frank Lopez. As well as Davila gets an intercept here. Davila's going to feed to the left side. He goes through to Francois, moving in, centers the ball, and then it's cleared away from the foot of Frank Lopez. As well as Davila gets an intercept here. Davila's going to feed to the left side. He goes through to Francois, moving in, centers the ball, and then it's cleared away from the foot of Frank Lopez.
Between Francois and Pinzon. The problem was Francois had a defender kind of cut off his angle, so he couldn't break quickly. So that second touch from Pinzon just does not find the foot of Francois.
The chip by Keko right to the middle. Cicerone able to turn, fire, and score!
Francois and Pinzon. The problem was Francois had a defender kind of cut off his angle, so he couldn't break quickly. So that second touch from Pinzon just does not find the foot of Francois.
The chip by Keko right to the middle. Cicerone able to turn, fire, and score!
Francois and Pinzon. The problem was Francois had a defender kind of cut off his angle, so he couldn't break quickly. So that second touch from Pinzon just does not find the foot of Francois.
The chip by Keko right to the middle. Cicerone able to turn, fire, and score!
Francois and Pinzon. The problem was Francois had a defender kind of cut off his angle, so he couldn't break quickly. So that second touch from Pinzon just does not find the foot of Francois.
The chip by Keko right to the middle. Cicerone able to turn, fire, and score!
Francois and Pinzon. The problem was Francois had a defender kind of cut off his angle, so he couldn't break quickly. So that second touch from Pinzon just does not find the foot of Francois.
The chip by Keko right to the middle. Cicerone able to turn, fire, and score! For the Toros. It'll be Pinzon to take this one. And it goes deflected in front, a shot, a score! For the Toros. It'll be Pinzon to take this one. And it goes deflected in front, a shot, a score! For the Toros. It'll be Pinzon to take this one. And it goes deflected in front, a shot, a score! For the Toros. It'll be Pinzon to take this one. And it goes deflected in front, a shot, a score! For the Toros. It'll be Pinzon to take this one. And it goes deflected in front, a shot, a score! Plenty of time for them to generate a good shot. They'll go to Gurr now on the right side. He'll cross it at the 6-yard box, and there's a header! Plenty of time for them to generate a good shot. They'll go to Gurr now on the right side. He'll cross it at the 6-yard box, and there's a header! Plenty of time for them to generate a good shot. They'll go to Gurr now on the right side. He'll cross it at the 6-yard box, and there's a header! Plenty of time for them to generate a good shot. They'll go to Gurr now on the right side. He'll cross it at the 6-yard box, and there's a header! Plenty of time for them to generate a good shot. They'll go to Gurr now on the right side. He'll cross it at the 6-yard box, and there's a header! The left leg the other two times. Going to be pretty sore tomorrow. Here's a long shot, and oh my goodness, just goes over the crossbar. Tyler had to chase back after that leg. It was the left leg the other two times. Going to be pretty sore tomorrow. Here's a long shot, and oh my goodness, just goes over the crossbar. Tyler had to chase back after that leg. It was the left leg the other two times. Going to be pretty sore tomorrow. Here's a long shot, and oh my goodness, just goes over the crossbar. Tyler had to chase back after that leg. It was the left leg the other two times. Going to be pretty sore tomorrow. Here's a long shot, and oh my goodness, just goes over the crossbar. Tyler had to chase back after that leg. It was the left leg the other two times. Going to be pretty sore tomorrow. Here's a long shot, and oh my goodness, just goes over the crossbar. Tyler had to chase back after that. Toro's on the buildup. We'll send this one in. Keeper stays back, and a header on net, and it's just... Toro's on the buildup. We'll send this one in. Keeper stays back, and a header on net, and it's just... Toro's on the buildup. We'll send this one in. Keeper stays back, and a header on net, and it's just... Toro's on the buildup. We'll send this one in. Keeper stays back, and a header on net, and it's just... Toro's on the buildup. We'll send this one in. Keeper stays back, and a header on net, and it's just... You're working around that. Ball trickles to the foot of Felipe, who's going to give it a shot, and you're working around that. Ball trickles to the foot of Felipe, who's going to give it a shot, and you're working around that. Ball trickles to the foot of Felipe, who's going to give it a shot, and you're working around that. Ball trickles to the foot of Felipe, who's going to give it a shot, and you're working around that. Ball trickles to the foot of Felipe, who's going to give it a shot, and right side, waiting for reinforcements. He's got Gurr on the overlap, who will send it inside. Cabezas with a heavy touch. A chance here, and a shot from distance, and right side, waiting for reinforcements. He's got Gurr on the overlap, who will send it inside. Cabezas with a heavy touch. A chance here, and a shot from distance, and right side, waiting for reinforcements. He's got Gurr on the overlap, who will send it inside. Cabezas with a heavy touch. A chance here, and a shot from distance, and right side, waiting for reinforcements. He's got Gurr on the overlap, who will send it inside. Cabezas with a heavy touch. A chance here, and a shot from distance, and right side, waiting for reinforcements. He's got Gurr on the overlap, who will send it inside. Cabezas with a heavy touch. A chance here, and a shot from distance, and originally to Archimed. Now here's a chance here. They'll send it into Archimed. This is onside, and a goal. Originally to Archimed. Now here's a chance here. They'll send it into Archimed. This is onside, and a goal. Originally to Archimed. Now here's a chance here. They'll send it into Archimed. This is onside, and a goal. Originally to Archimed. Now here's a chance here. They'll send it into Archimed. This is onside, and a goal. Originally to Archimed. Now here's a chance here. They'll send it into Archimed. This is onside, and a goal. 1-0 and 2-1. Both times Sacramento was able to equalize, and now it's the Republic that have the lead. Here's Francois. Going to send this into the box, and a punch out by the keeper. 1-0 and 2-1. Both times Sacramento was able to equalize, and now it's the Republic that have the lead. Here's Francois. Going to send this into the box, and a punch out by the keeper. 1-0 and 2-1. Both times Sacramento was able to equalize, and now it's the Republic that have the lead. Here's Francois. Going to send this into the box, and a punch out by the keeper. 1-0 and 2-1. Both times Sacramento was able to equalize, and now it's the Republic that have the lead. Here's Francois. Going to send this into the box, and a punch out by the keeper. 1-0 and 2-1. Both times Sacramento was able to equalize, and now it's the Republic that have the lead. Here's Francois. Going to send this into the box, and a punch out by the keeper. Throw in here for the Toros. Now to Lopez. Lopez able to get turned and fire from distance, and a throw in here for the Toros. Now to Lopez. Lopez able to get turned and fire. fire from distance, and a throw in here for the Toros. Now to Lopez. Lopez able to get turned and fire from distance, and a throw in here for the Toros.